But hey, how's it going? Happy Hallows Eve. Is tonight Hallows Eve or is tomorrow Hallows Eve? Happy day before Halloween. It'll be Halloween in just an hour or so for this daddy. And I hope you guys are doing well. Anybody got any big plans? I don't think we're going to do any like trick-or-treating or something. We did a trunk-or-treat at the school. And that was fun. I enjoyed it. We met some of my kids' friends, and that was a good time. So we had a little meet-up there. We got some candy. I'm actually doing my best to eat the candy this time instead of just letting it kind of like rot in our closet or our pantry and do nothing. So I'm doing my best to eat the Reese's. Because somebody's got to fucking do it. Might as well be me. Hey, Teach, what up, Ari? How are you? Happy Thursday. I hope you're doing well. Any big plans for tomorrow? There you are. Mr. the Sonic Punk. We sure seem to keep running into other today, don't we? Little typo there. Playing Monster Road Trip at the moment with a friend. What is that like Monster Prom? And like it's in that like series, yes. Nice. Okay, cool. I played the first one. I haven't played any of the other ones, and then I played Doomsday Paradise, which is similar, where it's like you pick a little character, and you go to different locations, and you try to romance one of the particular people, and you have a shitload of different endings and stuff. But they mix in like a kind of like a deck building element into it. It's not like super in depth, but they have like a little combat at the end of like every day, and then there are like little boss fights, and then at the very end of however long you choose to make the round or whatever, make the entire game, there's like a harder boss fight, and you can do it like multiplayer, so you can all work together to take down the big bad. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I didn't get like super far in it. But I did really enjoy it, and some of the monster designs were great, and there were like hidden monsters and stuff. So what makes how has the Monster Blank series advanced since the first one? Because I've seen the other ones on like Steam, but I haven't like played any of them. I assume they've made some changes. I remembered something I wanted to give you. Ooh, item get. Ooh, are those like hover bombs? Floater bombs. You can find it in your weapons menu. That's what you call a big old poopy after some truly heinous Mexican food. American Mexican food, fast food style. This is a floater bomb. Typically, anything heavy with chipotles will do it for me. I'm not as young as I used to be. If I eat something spicy after like 8 p.m., I'm done onion rings. It's a balloon filled with combustive gunpowder that automatically seeks out enemies and targets within the vicinity. While not as powerful as a normal bomb, it can still light things up. Why not give one of them a try on that generator over there? If you burn away those vines, it should return to good working order. Careful not to burn away yourself, though. These things are no joke. Speaking of like not being as young as I used to be, I've gotten to the point where like if I have like too much inflammation from bad food, whether it's like spicy or just bad for me, or if I just eat too much, my back starts to hurt and like my shoulder starts to go, and like that was a real wake me up for like what I'm capable of as an adult now, because my God, I don't have it in me anymore. What was the weapon change? It was this one. Yeah, there we go. And then this, and then there we go. Okay. Used a charged attack to shoot the floater bomb. Is that with my... Okay, do I have to... Oh, okay. Okay, I'm kind of getting it. So lay down the bomb, charge shot, bam. Okay, it kind of like homes in on things. Okay, okay, we're getting it. We're getting there. I do really enjoy the puzzling of this game. Now that I remember how the controls work after like a couple of embarrassing, failed attempts. The combat isn't my favorite, but I do really enjoy like a good puzzle, and this game seems to have those. So I would like some good dungeoning, please. Careful not to burn yourself, though. These things are no joke. You mean the Sonic Punk, Mr. The Sonic Punk was Alva the whole time? What? Man, oh man, I can't wait to eat that curry. I feel that came out of nowhere. Izzy, how's the secondary accelerator looking? There she is. I've got her back and working on it for now. But it's weird, the damage, it didn't look like a fluke. It's almost like it was deliberate. Someone actually burned it. Someone burned it? But the average Joe can't even get in here. There. What was that? Lily, status report. Some earthquake to aging you to be and like accusation on the dunya act boss. We need God repeat win God. So trouble is a brewing. The flyers are a spewing. Citizens of New Dam City, this is Alva speaking. The miasma has returned and is en route to New Dam City. You must evacuate to the Coin Palace immediately. Stop what you're doing and get to the Coin Palace now. Izzy, what's our timeline? 30 minutes. Wait, no, 20 minutes. That's a big difference. That's too long. I'll come help. No time for curry, man. If I was about to get curry and then like the town was about to be destroyed before my delivery got there, I'd be fucking pissed. Because curry is one of my favorite foods. And whatever caused the problem, I don't think I'd ever forgive them for making me lose my curry. Wow, so this way leads to the dam too, huh? It's like a top secret passage, just like the one in the mayor's house. Oh, I forgot about the mayor. I forgot about that whole part of the game. What was that? What's going on? Citizens of New Dam City, this is Alva speaking. The miasma has returned. Okay, so we're just hearing the intercom? Intercom. You must evacuate. Stop what you're doing. Get to the Coin Palace now. It's Alva. John, we gotta get to the control room quick. They must need our help. They must need our curry. Oh, yes, yes. Give me the sweet, sweet dungeon time. Do a little burning. And then we can go over here. We can set a little bomb down. And we give it a quick little smack. I like that it homes in. That's nice. It's a good detail. A good touch. Good touch. Because, like, the aiming reticle isn't, like, perfect. It's not super hyper accurate. So I like that. And if you don't get to, like, the distance perfectly, you know, it gets there for you. It just gives you a little extra. A little oomph. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, so tomorrow's Halloween for those who celebrate. Every time I'm trying to make conversation here. This is turning into a major pain. Ooh, a laser eye. Who in the right mind would install something like this in the dam? Mr. the Sonic Punk, what's wrong? Some tricky opponent giving you a hard time? Oh, it's you two. Well, there certainly are a lot of monsters down here. Also, I don't know who, but someone installed some sort of weird newfangled contraptions. Normal attacks don't seem to do anything against them. There's something about their black shells. If only there was a way to inject some sort of high-density energy into them. Energy? Energy? Let me try. You have an idea? Be careful, though. Okay, so we can do an energy bubble. Okay, so that shuts them off. Probably just temporarily. Holy smokes, you did it. These gadgets may try, but they've got nothing on you, Sam. What did you even just do? No, 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 that's not the time to be worrying about that then. Hurry to the control room. Alva and Isabel need your help. Thank you. Yeah, we're doing a like a book character parade for the elementary school, and little doors going as Draco Malfoy. They found my I have like a Slytherin robe that my wife got me for sexual reasons, and they saw it and they're like, "Oh, that's cool. I want to do that," because they wanted to be Harry, and we just didn't have the things to do Harry Potter. Can we separate here? And I was like, "Oh, well, this works." And they have like pretty blondish hair. It used to be a lot more blonde. And then we go like that. Yeah, there we go. So it worked out pretty well. I found like some Slytherin socks that I had from a long time ago, and the robe, and some nice pants that went with it. It's gonna be pretty cool. I'm excited for them to do it. They seem excited. They were a little upset, at first because like it wasn't exactly what they wanted, which is totally understandable. Like, again, with the expectations, it's just like, oh, I really wanted to be, this other character, but it wasn't working out. But I was trying to explain to them, they're like, hey, just because we're not getting exactly what we don't want, doesn't mean that, what we're going to get isn't going to be cool, and we shouldn't not think about the good that can come just because we're upset about what didn't happen. Let's appreciate what we do have. And like after a day of like understanding that, they're like, oh yeah, they're like really into it, and I'm really excited for them. Ooh, this new this new upgrade is freaking awesome. And like when Dora was little, I would like after their baths, when they had like the real platinum hair, I was able to like streak it back like Malfoy in the movies. And like they were just learning how to talk, so they would basically just say anything if you told them like, hey, say this, and they'll say basically anything. So I had them say like, I would have them go up to my wife and say like, all right, now say, not so fast, Potter. And then they would, and it was really funny. One of my favorite things I've done. Ooh, gear parts. And let's just start that. There we go. Whee! Not so fast, Potter. Alright, so we know what to do here. Boink. I don't think there's anything else too exciting happening. We like, other than just eating the candy, what else is there to do for a grown-up, Not that there's anything wrong with just eating delicious candy. Especially if it's Reese's. Ooh, no, don't separate. Stop moving for a moment, please. There we go. I'm excited for November 1st when I can go get all the other Reese's for cheaper and then just eat them myself instead of just stealing the ones that my kids got at a trunk or treat. Because I'm a grown-up. I can eat whatever I want, whenever I want, for the most part. But it is a little more satisfying to steal the food of your kids. Not everybody knows that, but it's 100% true. Anybody who has kids knows that. Any of you guys who aren't birthers, you might not know that yet, but it is something to look forward to. It's the parent tax. I particularly like using it with Reese's and fries. Because, you know, I'm the one that, like, sets up. I plate all the food, so we go out and we get fast food, and then we bring it home. And, you know, they just sit down waiting for me to serve them. Little do they know, that's the perfect opportunity for me to take a little bit off the top. Take a little bit, and it's like, ooh, that's a long fry. I'm taking the long fry. That's an extra curly fry. I'm taking that extra curly fry. That's the business end of what I do. I get first dibs. They start doing the work themselves, then, you know, they get the first cut. Finally, there you are. Mr. the Sonic Punk, there's so many different ways to go here. How are we supposed to get to the control room? Never fear, I know just what to do. You see within this tunnel is the damn central sluice. If you open that thing up, we'll have enough power to start up the wind god again. Really? We'll go find it right now. Wait, before you go running off, you first need to open up the sewer sluices. Otherwise, the whole dam may well collapse from the pressure. The sewer has an upper level and a lower level, and you need to open both sluices. You can reach them from the elevators to the right and left. Classic. See, I like a good dungeon layout. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know what I have to do. I got like a little hub zone. This makes my brain very happy. You've gotten stronger. But getting stronger isn't your goal, is it? I actually don't know what my goal is. I think it's just survive and, like, not have dead friends. That, as far as I can tell, I don't really know what my goal in this game is. I guess figure out what's going on with the miasma. I guess it's like a mystery component. But none of the characters seem all that interested in, like, the reason for the miasma. They're like, it's bad and they want to survive. But, like, John and Sam don't seem to actually give a shit about, like, why the miasma's happening. I don't know if that's true or not. It feels true. To me, it feels true. Jesus, what is that? Okay, so this looks like something we're gonna have to come back to like move that, because obviously I can't do a little jump and just walk around that water. I have to go all the way around to pool that cart. There's physically no other way to solve that particular problem. If I blow that up, will that blow up anything else? No. What happens if I turn that off? Okay, so it's affecting water flow. Got it. Alright, it seems like we want it flowing this way, so I can get across. Then there's that weird thing. We're gonna kill that weird thing. And and we're gonna and we dodge it. Sam, stop getting electrocuted, please. This is a save the world type mission. I'm gonna need you to focus up. I'm gonna need you to be better. That didn't blow up? Do I have like different types of bombs? Can I equip different bombs? Yeah, because they said they weren't as powerful. So, how do I get back to the old ones? Here we go. That button. We got there. Okay, we're using our brains now. It's 11:30, but we're capable of thinking. We're still capable of thought. Alright, yeah, so Sam's the only one that can go this way. So we pause that, and switch back over while the getting's good, and then we come back over and join back up, and we leave. Ooh, a secret. We love secrets. Gear parts, excellent. Alright, so let's separate and switch. Blink, blink. And move him now. Very good, very good. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and use these mushrooms to charge up our energy. I don't know if it actually charges that much, but it feels good to do. Ugh, gotta kill these things again. Ooh, that just outright kills those. That's awesome. Alright, so we got more to do. Maybe if we... oh no, we need to switch back to these bombs. Nice, okay. Okay. And this should change that. So we got the water level change. Now we can go up. And... so this door is blocked by that set of vines. So now we need to ride over to that side. Get me on, get me on! And we mosey on over. We got that scary thing, which is pretty cool. So we're gonna just kill him like that. Ow. There we go. We're gonna be fine. Okay, so will the bomb, will it find its way over? It's doing a little bouncy. Yeah, kill the little fucks. Kill them. Little things deserve to die. Unless they're especially cute. Then they deserve to live. There we go. So we did a little bouncy bounce. We used the power of angles and geometry. We're very smart. It's always funny in these games, like if you go back here, it's funny for, it's an easy puzzle for us to solve because we see the whole screen, but for John and Sam, like that would be kind of hard to figure out. Like you would have to, like if that gate wasn't here, if this gate wasn't here, there would be no way for John and Sam to know how to solve that problem. So I wonder if that was purposeful on the game designers, you know, to make it like obvious, like why we would do that, because the characters won't know that. If there was a wall here, why would they hit a floating bomb with a frying pan to go in that little alcove? So it's interesting how like you have to, if you think about it from a real person's perspective, like puzzle solving in these games is kind of funky. Go. Can we just move? Yeah. Ow, hate that. Please stop. Okay, so we move the water level again. Ow. Okay, I need to heal. I need to heal. Ooh, flaky crust. I'm just going to use the energy drinks. I'm just going to use a nice simple potion. Ow. Man, they just drop right on you, and they just ate that HP off of me. Jesus. Okay, so now we move it again, and I'll switch over, and we move. Gotcha. Too heavy. Wow, we're weak. What does that do? Is there any point to doing that? Doesn't look like it. I can't tell. All right, let's go. All right, so we got some gross soul fuckers. Gross little freaks. Ah. Oh, ew. Not enough energy. Do I need to wait? Do I just need to recover for a moment? Okay. I don't like having to wait. I'm an impatient little man. I want what I want. And I want it now. I want to kill these little sludge monsters. Pronto. So there's something over there. Oh, what if we do... If we do that... Nope. Because it looks... I mean, there's something over there, right? Okay, I don't have any more bombs after this, so... Did it get it? Looks like something caught fire. Yes. Yes, my powers of observation prove to be as keen as I need them to be. Anybody want to give me some more bombs? Because I'm out of bombs, and... Do I just have to call Sonic Punk? Yeah. Does he give bombs, or... Okay, he does. Good. I guess it's a she. If the robot is being... If the robot is just essentially just a speaker, it's just being controlled, is the robot gender neutral, or does the robot, like, get assigned the sex / gender of the person controlling it? Okay, so now it's over here. Ooh, that's a good one over there. I really want that. And this switches it back. Okay, so I just need to have somebody wait. And then she can come over here. Did I pick the right person? I might have picked the wrong person for the job. Other way. Alright, now we're going to switch. She's going to stay here. We're going to put John in danger. He's an old man. He's allowed to get a little hurt. It's considered appropriate. And then he goes over here, and that moves it again. And then we switch it again. Okay. And then, does this one change that? Okay. This is fun. I'm enjoying this. I like a good puzzle. And then she can come over here now, or maybe we want to send her to the other side. There's probably something over there we want to do. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, so she's gonna have to handle this by herself, which presumably she can. Yeah, she just had to run away. Found a heart orb. Collect 2 more to increase hearts. And we run away, and we run away. There we go. Okay, that sends her up there. Do we have a way of going to that side? It doesn't seem like it. Because we can't stop once we're here. There's something about fire. Do we switch over now? Maybe we send... Maybe send John over. Alright. Can he do anything from here? Can he even get off? Well, I think he can get off while it's moving. Yeah, okay, we're good. I don't know why I thought we couldn't. I think I'm getting confused with some other game I'm playing where, like, if you're moving, you can't do certain things. There we go. Let's do that. Boink. There we go. So that should turn off that. And that. Okay, perfect. So now they're together. And we're moving onward. And we're walking with purpose. And we're walking with purpose. Ooh, little mini boss arena. Ew, ew. Oh, God, no! Oh, you fuck. Oh, don't take my little friend. I needed her to make that fight easier. And she's an innocent child and probably didn't deserve that death. That's the other way to look at it. Ooh, what's this? Some eggs. Oh, good. Sewer eggs. They've just been sitting in that little dumpster. So this is the first sluice. They call me Dr. Sluice. Break that. Oh, and then here's the card. See, if we could have just hopped that little edge right there, this whole part of the dungeon would have been over in, I don't know, 5 minutes. We find the secret. We find some salt. I'm a little salty that I couldn't just jump across that. Hell, you could have just thrown Sam over and it probably would have worked. All we needed to do was hit a button. It's not like she was having to fight a boss by herself if we went that way. Back to the top. And we can go over. We can save again because we're big, strong boys and girls. Man and girl. Ooh, fire mint. Let's create something. What's the point of living if we don't create a little bit? We've got an unknown recipe on our hands here. Bam, 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 bam. Nothing. Salmon, or like fish and lemon go together a lot. Put a little mint in there. Droop fried rice. You'll never forget the first time you bit down on a giant piece of sand root in this fruity concoction. Oh, it somehow reduces ammo cost. That's pretty sweet. Let's do vegetable, meat. It's pork chop. Egg. Veggie stir fry. What about vegetable, egg, meat? Unknown recipe. And we add a little bit of frickin' peppercorn in there, and we're gonna cook. A bam. A bam bam. That's a twofer. I mean, chicken and eggs go together. You're eating the future of the chicken. You're eating the past of the chicken. That's good stuff. And you're eating rice. You might even be eating the thing that the chickens eat. You're eating a chicken's whole lifespan in one bite. Meat zongzi. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Sam loves the yolk and meat-filled ones. That does sound very good. Let's try to make one more thing. Something new, something fresh. Egg, egg, egg. And that's how you know you got something good on your hands. Egg, egg, egg. Ooh, another double. I made some scrambled eggs today for dinner. I made Brenner, so a little waffle, a little bit of egg and cheese, and then like a mini bagel. It was very good. It wasn't good for me, but God, you know what? Who cares anymore? I'm gonna die soon. Melt in your mouth good. Sam's favorite dish. Understood. Sam just became very relatable. Let's go. I wanna be more vegan, but eggs are really good. They're so runny and tasty, and you can put them on anything, like eggs on rice. Oh, I know I just talked about it, but it bears repeating. It's just really good. I specifically like them when they're a little runny. The yolk part really like adds texture and flavor. It tastes different when it's a little raw. Okay, this is clever. So we're gonna leave somebody here, and then push the cart with them over to that side to like open that door. That's cool. Run, run, run! That wasn't the answer? How is that not the answer? I love a runny egg on rice. Ooh, yeah. It's every bit as good as it should be, as you expect it to be. I've always been a big fan. I could go for some right now. I'm feeling hungry. I could eat. I could stuff my face and make some bad decisions right now. I don't care that's 11:43. I'm hungry. Daddy wants some meat. I don't even care that it's something I just had a second ago. I just want more food. I'm hungry all the time. I feel like that's one of my biggest problems with losing weight is that I want more food. I just want to eat more. And like I think my body's just like used to having more food, so nice, another hard orb. When I stop eating as much, or like I try to lower my portions or something, my body's like, you usually have eaten more by now. You're hungry, aren't you? You want that other little pastry? You want that little tasty pastry? I'm like, God damn it, I do want that little pastry. How'd you know? How'd you know I want that tasty little treat? And then my wife loves to buy treats. I love to bake. It's hard. It's hard out there. And then I don't work out. I refuse. It's not that I refuse. It's that I'd rather be doing anything else. I try to like walk to the bus stop, which is pretty good exercise. Like it's not that bad. Because, you know, we live on a mountain, so there is like a decent like workout involved sometimes. There we go. Let's block them. But alas, it only solves so many problems. All right, I'm gonna need you guys to kind of fuck off. Ow. And go. There we go. Eating is a lot of fun. I think that's America's real favorite pastime. Because I think more people like to eat than people like to watch fucking baseball. Anytime I've ever heard anyone talk about baseball, that's how fucking boring it is. So, I don't think I believe people when they say that it's so good. Because that just doesn't seem possible, even. And then imagine, like, so, baseball's boring. Yeah, we all agree. Baseball's boring. How crazy is it that people play video games of baseball? Like, that's even worse. And then to watch baseball, like, playing baseball at least seems like it could be a thing that people do. But to play a video game of it or to watch it, my God. I'd rather be doing almost anything else. I haven't been good with keeping up with walking either. It's good exercise, but like it's been really rainy the last 2 days, so I haven't been able to do it. But I want to do it more. I do enjoy it. Especially like you can get a nice playlist going or something. That's really nice. It feels good. I hate sports video games so much. When I was growing up, like my best friend really liked sports video games. So he would like want to play Madden or whatever, and I found it so horribly dull. And I would purposely like throw it or like take too long to run out the clock cuz he would beat me, of course. He was like an actual football player. So he like knew what he was doing. And I was just like, okay, cool. He's good at this. I'm just going to run out the clock, and that'll be that. And I don't want to do this. I don't want to be here. And then he would take it, and he would win. And like, cool, let's play fucking anything else. Pyre's the only good sports game. That's true, because you know why? It has a story. It has a story. And how many other video games about sports can say that? And it's a story that's good. It's got a good story. Something, and like, that doesn't happen very often. Because I remember seeing, like, there were video games, I don't know what any of them are, but there are video games that have, like, sports stories, and they seem really stupid. And I know that seems mean, but sometimes the truth is mean. So if I do that, we can both get across. Oh no, we gotta get that one. Okay, so let's do that. What about the narrative wizard basketball? That's the only good one. That, like, as was stated, it's the only good one. I've yet to see a sports game better than that does a story like Pyre does. Okay, so now we bring her over. There we go. It's got characters I care about. It made me cry. And real sports make people cry, but for dumb reasons. Like, why is it acceptable for those grown men to cry about that game? But if I watch like a movie or something with actual touching moments, I'm a pussy? Like, what does that mean? That doesn't seem very fair. Why can't I just be allowed to be a pussy? Why do they get a free pass for their sport? Oh, okay. I just see the problem was here. I was not prepared for this. I was too busy thinking about other shit. Ow. I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about this. We got him in a corner. Easy. Also, Pyre, hot demon girl, hot bird girl, normal human, still hot. Tree, surprisingly fuckable tree. He's not at the top of my list, but like if I had to fuck a tree, I mean those would be the two trees that I do it with. It's definitely not going to be from the Ints from Lord of the Rings. Those guys aren't fuckable at all. They're too big. They all seem very old. Like Treebeard, he doesn't seem like... He's very slow. I just don't think I'd get anything out of it. So, I don't know. Are there any other, like, popular tree characters? The Great Deku Tree? That guy doesn't move. And he's always seems, again, old. Because trees are old. But not like... they're not taking care of themselves in their old age. They just seem tired and kind of just stuck. And that's not hot. That's not hot. I want a tree that's active. Charging efficiency stabilized. 8 more minutes. The miasma is approaching the dragon market. It looks like we'll make it in time. Izzy, have you ever thought about what would happen if we fail this time? I take you and run. That stuff can't keep up with my rocket. And what if I said I wanted to stay? I take you anyway. Spriggans and... That's true, Spriggans are pretty hot, yeah. Leave it to D&D, yeah, to have our, like, that type of fantasy to delve into, like, the fae aspect. That's true. Because trees should be hot. There's a bunch of fucking sap. Like, they're leaking sticky shit all over the place. That's hot. That's innately sexual. It's like, oh no. Like, if I find a good, like, cypress knee, because that's very knobby, and I, like, go to town on that thing, I expect to be covered in hot sap. And I want, like, the tree should, like, kind of, like, shake its little leaves, and then as it releases, poof, like some leaves fall down or something with the sap. That'd be pretty cool. And you know what? Trees are also sexual. I'm going to keep going on this. I refuse to relent. Their pollen is everywhere. They're bukkake-ing us constantly. They're constantly just letting it go, no regard. And it's all involuntary. We have nothing to do but just accept their spray. Their seed, well, it's not a seed yet, but in the slang term, we're covered in their seed constantly. Some of us are allergic to their seed. It's so repulsive to us, our body's like, I know what that is. Those are the smart people. Those are the people whose bodies are on their side. They're like, I didn't ask for this jizz. This isn't what I came here for. They know it's wrong, and their body is like, stop it, get it out. And I get it. Those people have it right. They spray our cars are covered with it. Disgusting. Disgusting. Their trees are a bunch of degenerates. Except for Volfred. He seems pretty cool. He was a teacher and helped create the writing press and started a revolution. So, pretty cool guy. That's what I was made for. To take you away. Ah, the sewer sluices, they're open. All that's left is the central sluice, then. Maybe I should go. I believe in them, the same as I believe in you. Let me allow the word jizz, because it's a good word. It's a solid word. Allow the jizz. I'm going to allow the jizz to enter my chat. Are you saying mainly with jizz on your car? Probably, especially if it was a poor person's car. If it was like if he knew you were a poor, and he saw it, and he'd be like, that's what you get, peasant. You parked your car too close to my orgy. You should have known. And he definitely would not, he wouldn't offer to clean it, he wouldn't do anything. He would just look at you and, like, maybe throw, like, $1 in your face or something. If you were lucky. He might just, like, laugh at you and just turn up his little branch nose. and that would be that. And then you just kind of have to clean up after him. And whatever other person he was fornicating with. We never see a girl tree person in the Empire, right? So we don't know what's going on. I wonder what's happening there. Are they hermaphroditic? Many plants are hermaphroditic. Do they have both? And we just see two mask trees, but there are femme trees like running around too? What's going on? Pyre? Supergiant? I need answers. The cooling system's under attack. I'll go check it out. I'll be back. Don't leave this room, you hear me? I won't. Be careful, okay? The sewer should be open now. Let's go back and check out the central sluice. Ooh, tomatoes. Sewer tomatoes and sewer eggs. What a time to be alive. Okay, so let's get on out of here. I smell a boss fight. Maybe it's just the sewers, but I smell something, and I feel like it's a boss fight. If I were a woman tree, I would have like little pine cone earrings. I think that would be kind of cute. And then I would have like in fall, like if you were a tree person, in fall all your leaves, which were kind of like your hair, they're always like changing color. So that'd be pretty cool. That'd be very fashionable. You would always be changing. You go bald in the winter, but you pull it off. It's like looking really cool. And whenever it's fall and your colors are changing, everyone's like, "Wow, look at that! It's beautiful!" And they're taking like pictures with you and shit. And then during like the spring and the summer, you're producing fruit, or you're making things. You've got a summer job. Pretty cool. Things are literally generating off of your body. We did it, Mr. the Sonic Punk. We opened up the sewer sluices. Huh? Mr. the Sonic Punk? He's not here. Look, the door. The door's open, John. Sorry, I had to fix something on the screen. There we go. The central sluice must be in there. Maybe he already went in. Let's go check it out, John. Well, let's save our game first. You eager beaver? What if I die in there? I need this fridge to freeze my memories. Inside the dam. Whee! Okay. Yeah, this feels very boss fighty. We've got a corridor. I assume this is going to be a nice big open room here in a second. Ooh, the lights are on. Everybody can see what we're about to do, and I don't care. People are looking. Pff, that's what makes it hot. Is this like a down? Yeah, this is like a down. Alright, let's switch. You go up, maybe? And you go over here. And then we switch. Go over here, and then this would probably raise that, so that's lowering that. That did not do what I expected it to do. But that doesn't mean we don't have the right answer. So those are going to lower that. Do I need to bring her back? Okay, I think I need to bring her back down. So let's switch back. You come over here. Lower this for a moment, please. John is still in the sewer. Okay, I can't drown John, not even on accident. This game should let me do what I want. I should be allowed to drown John if the feeling arises. I should be able to. Sometimes you get I need freedom. Alright, so if I get out of there, that lowers down, water goes up. What does that do for me? Anything? So this is John can come across. Okay, so now I need her to move over to this side, and then we go over here. And boop-a-doop-a-doo. Go over here. And we interact. Close that. We're together again. What does this do? That moves that up. Is this a thing I can interact with? Doesn't seem like it. And it doesn't look like I don't have a way to open that. I'm not sure. Does one of those things do both? No. Oh, yes. Oh, it does. Okay, I just didn't. I couldn't tell. It wasn't as clear as I expected. Another advanced part. Excellent. And then we switch. And then we switch. All right. And we move. Turn on. John? Is that you guys? Oh, it's Al. That's Alva speaking. No answer. Must be John. Great! This is the central sluice. There's a control panel on the upper level. Open it to release the water. Do this for all the safety of the sluices. Once they're open, we'll be able to start up the wind god. Alright, is this just a speaker? Oh, okay. No. Do I need to have the water flowing properly on the other side? Because I know it's like stopped up. That's cool. Let's go here. And move you over here. Okay, but now she's stuck. But now I can just do that and move her back over, and it should be okay. There we go. Yeah. Okay, cool. It was fun. I like the, as simple as it is, the just switching back and forth to solve problems is really fun and satisfying. That's definitely the part of the game I am enjoying the most. You guys did it. The central sluice is open. I knew you could do it. Thank you for believing in me. It feels good to be believed in. I knew you'd handle things in style. I'll open the door for you. Uh-oh. What's going on? Don't tell me. I'll just take a peek. It'll be fine. I don't like the looks of this. I think somebody's about to die to save her. I'll open the door for you. So probably that one. Nice. Okay, okay, okay. What's going on? Don't tell me. So are we going to go rescue her, or is Isabel going to do it? Oh no, John, hurry. We've got to get to the control room. Whee! Alright, back to our girl. Ow. Stop, stop, stop. Ah. I'll break those things real quick. Alright, and back. There we go, and whoa, look out. And we run. Okay. Oh, good. This little thing. Oh, okay. It is getting hurt by it. That's kind of nice. Sometimes, you know, the enemies don't take the same type of damage. Ooh, it is good damage. Which is good stuff. I like it when enemies also get hurt by, like, stage traps and stuff. Because it just doesn't make sense. Like, why would this crazy monster be immune to, you know, fire? Or why would this other enemy know that, like, why would they be able to control their attacks to not hit this other thing? Oops, I did not mean to buy that. Whatever. Let's go. And then, like, being able to manipulate an enemy's attacks to hit another enemy's attacks and have them, like, kill each other or do super big damage, that just feels good, because then you're using your brain. You're using your big boy brain. And it really feels like you're outsmarting them, because you're using their powers against them. And I always find that a little more interesting than beating them outright myself. Alva! Man, this curry is going to be cold as fuck. Alva, we made it! Is this just another group of people that are going to be killed by the miasma? Alva! Where'd she go? Guess nowhere to go but here. Now, this is a boss arena. Hey, you should get down from there. It's dangerous. Oh, it's this guy. Are you watching my future self? I've done it. I see that. Yes, something you could never, ever accomplish. The trappings of fate, the ultimate power. Ha! Nothing but witless chicanery. Do you hear that, you old fool, Charon? Charon is screaming. The miasma, it's singing my name. There is no God incarnate. Mother will never, never awaken. I love this guy. I don't know what his deal is, but he's chewing up the scenery, and he's a little weirdo, and I'm a big fan of that combo. What are you talking about, huh? Get down from there. Who's there? You. Why are you? How could you? Get back here. The fan's about to turn on. Wait a minute. You. That guy's just like Mother. I see. It all makes sense now. Your Mother. That explains everything. This is what you meant by fate, is it, old man? And if it is, then allow me to shatter that fate into 1,000 pieces. Whoa! Oh, his jacket came off. The gavel falls now. Alright, so he's got himself a little fly robot with bulbous arms. Ah. Okay, so he does a little punch. Oh, okay, so maybe... And then maybe... Oh, okay, that wasn't too hard. Ow, ow. I don't like that. Ow. I'm not a fan. And we knock him off. So it can fly when it, except when it can't. Whoa, whoa. And we dodge. Not enough energy. I hate running out of energy. Ow. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna wait. You know, this is what I try to play the game. The game doesn't want me to play it. Alright, let's use this. At least then we get like a defense buff for a little bit. There we go. Surely we're making a difference, right? Okay, yeah, okay. Ow. Why are you far away from me? And we dodge. And we dodge. Leave me alone. Ow. It's hard to tell perspective sometimes. The shadow is pretty small. Or not small, but it's like in some of the colors it doesn't like exactly show perspective the way I want it to. E. Okay, so and we dodge and we kicking in the bowl. Not too bad. We did all right. We did all right. I've had harder fights. Heal up. Give me another. Yes. Thank you for the more hearts. Obtain Solomon's Key of Courage. More Zelda references. I should have expected no less from you, Mother. I concede my defeat. What did you do? The Wind God, you're going to destroy it. It doesn't matter. What you do to me, that fan of yours is finished, and soon the miasma will swallow the city whole. The Wind God, it's starting, it's starting. How could this be? But I... Come on, John, let's get back to the control room. Are we just going to leave him to die? I guess he made his choice. Alva, the Wind God, it started. Did she have to sacrifice herself to get it started? Alva! Alva's not here. Then who was it that started up the Wind God? Hey, the door over here is open. Oh no. Stay away. Aww. The sprite work in this game is really good. Yeah, things were looking too good, and those characters were talking about death, and it's a pretty big red flag. You should never talk about death if you want to live. The superheroes on the other side of the screen have long been idols to children. We built a secret hideout out of trash, a symbol of security, of fun, and freedom, until it wasn't anymore. When did it grow so frail? Now liable to collapse at nothing more than the stroke of a broom, the change of the seasons, or a gust of wind. We've forgotten it. King of Darkness. Oh, that's fun. That's a good achievement. To be continued. We've achieved the King of Darkness. Save progress. Continue playing. Yes, please. I would like that. Was that a chapter, or was that like a mini chapter? Well, 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 Jones here. Mr. Punctuality, as always. Your watch must have been carved by God of Time himself. What's wrong? You didn't lose something, did you, John? Lose something? Just how long we know John, huh? He's poorer than dirt in a dumpster. He ain't got nothing to lose. Thanks. You guys are like super cool friends. Tunnel's pretty dangerous up ahead, John. Unless you got no other choice, I'd just steer clear if I were you. Well, you don't know my life, do you? I live for danger. You remember what I told you, son? The dig site got itself a lot of secrets, things you can't see at first glance. To find them, well, you just gotta look closely. Thank you. Have you tried noticing things, my boy? What do you gotta say? Yeah. Where you think? I'm not John, I'm Jan. Oh, where you think you're going, John? You're on the clock, you know. You better head yourself right into that mine shaft. Huh. Man, this is a nightmare. A dream sequence where I'm surrounded by like weird miner folk. And they all got funny accents. Oh no. And I'm falling into the ground and I have to do hard labor. But this is nice. Well, at least I'm alone now. This nightmare is taking a turn for the better. I don't have the ability to, like, hit anything. So maybe this is a nightmare. What kind of dream is it where I can't punch things? That's how I've solved all my problems thus far. Yeah, no buttons for doing. Here we go. Push the raft. And we walk. We're just walking. This is a very calm dream. I'm not being chased by Godzilla, and hands aren't coming out of movie theater screens, and I haven't fallen into the water with intense gravity and slow motion. And like I'm able to move my head up instead of being forced into the dirt or the bottom of the ocean or wherever it was. That was a reoccurring dream I had a lot, where I would fall and I'd be unable to get up, and I would like be able to crane my neck just enough to like see a little bit, but it was all happening. It felt like my body was in slow motion, and I would try to lift up, but I had immense gravity on me and I couldn't do anything. I used to have that dream a lot. Good times. Nostalgic for it now, of course. Because at least if I was dreaming, it meant I was sleeping. Cool, we found like a pod person, which I have to assume is Sam. Chapter 5, that was a short chapter. It felt like chapter 3 went on for ages, and then chapter 4 was just one dungeon. I don't know if maybe that was just time playing tricks on me, because like there was a huge amount of time where I didn't play in chapter 3, but it felt like we did a lot of walking back and forth in chapter 3. And it felt a little aimless at times. I never was exactly sure why we were doing shit. Again, some of this is probably because it was such a hiatus. But like that chapter took an hour. That's not too bad. I want to see how I really want to see how the game ends. I was looking up the game, I think like last week, because I just wanted to get like a general idea of how much longer it would go on, so I could have something prepared for like what I want to do next, so I could like put out a poll or ask you guys what we should play. I think there's like 8 chapters. So I was like, okay, we're about halfway done. But if the latter chapters are going to be shorter like that, it might be quicker than I expected. I think the game was only like 20 hours long. We'll see. Princess, you gotta help. You gotta save my wife.
John, please hear us out.
Please, I'm asking you as a fellow job seeker. You just gotta help. I'm begging you. My wife's still down in Lowtown.
After the miasma left, all the monsters emerged from the dragon market. Now they're running amok in Lowtown. They're everywhere. Us Lowtowners, we got nowhere to go. No home to return to.
Who are you?
She'll be fine now, mark my words. What with John on the job and all, let's go. I knew we could count on old John. Yeah, not like that Isabel. She don't care a lick about us poor folk.
Well, that doesn't seem fair. She seems like she's just very busy doing shit you don't see. Like torturing this edgelord.
You think I was the one responsible for this? I couldn't have done it on my own. Not without Mother's order, that is. And this mother you're referring to is Sam? I'm not blind, it's her, I tell ya, her. But it does seem she's not complete. The seed has not yet found the sunlight, as it were. Or perhaps her memories of Esther City have already... Esther City? You mean the place actually exists? No, of course it exists, you fool. But wait, you're not actually thinking of going there, are you? You're a bit too alive to have any chance of reaching there. Maybe, maybe not. That smell on you, it reminds me of the factories. Don't tell me you're...
Oh, is she a robot? Or something? I don't, and I've never had a mother.
Mother? To know this, just who are you?
That didn't seem like a very fun thing to happen in a love hotel. If you're gonna bind and like constrain somebody in a love hotel, you don't want to just... It seemed very aggressive. It didn't seem like a lot of fun was being had there. You can talk about mothers and stuff all you want during your bondage time. Plenty of people do. It's probably one of the most common things to do. But that just, it didn't seem like a lot of people were having fun right then. Which is a damn shame. Is it bad?
I'm fine. I can still,
Don't move. Just leave it to the others for now. John. How is, No, don't, this takes precedence now. Man, he found a bunch of identical dudes to be his goon, and they're all named the same thing.
But boss, it's no good. There's too many of them. We can't even get close to the Lowtown entrance.
No, my Fang Fang is in there. Can you handle it, John? Yeah, take this. It's the least I can do to help. Ooh, nice. Little pick-me-up. Oh, it's those things. Ew, these things suck. Alright, I think was Flamethrower good against these? It feels good, just to, like, get him out of there. Yeah. Alright, let's just beat him to death. We got a strong mallet now. Let's just get to it. Oh. Shoot him with a gun? Alright, if I can get him in a corner, I might... Oh, they don't have a lot of stun lock, do they? One-on-one, they're fine. They don't seem to put up that much of a threat. And then they... Okay, they do a little shimmy. And then you get him. Can I just shoot? Oh, wow. Okay, they do a lot of damage. They did like 2 hearts. Maybe you guys shouldn't have trusted John. Or me. I let everybody down. Which is my biggest fear in real life, too. Thank you. Let's get a move on. We got things to do around here. Okay, so you kill one of them and then they all kind of pop. Alright, so we need to not face tank as much. That was our biggest problem. We aggroed too hard. We face tanked too much. It's no wonder we lost. So let's do a little kiting. Ow. You guys do too much damage. This is too much. Let's have a little boba tea. Or let's have a little energy drink. There we go. I'm feeling fresh. Ah. Ow. The gun is only slightly better. Feeling fresh? A little bit. Just a little. Just the teensiest bit fresh. Like a nice mint toothpaste. Just a little fresh. How are you, Griff? Are you feeling fresh? Are you feeling particularly fresh? Yeah, we've been in New Dam City for a couple of chapters now. We got all the folks out of there. Good, then I'll leave the rest to you. But don't go in too deep. My grandfather always said there were things down there. Hopefully the miasma hasn't woken anything up. Yes, sir. You cue balls with me. That's nice. Yeah. Cue balls. He calls them all the, you know, he knows he's a cue ball. He knows who he is. Doing fine. Feeling 6 out of 10 fresh, but not bad. What can we do to get you up to at least an 8? Griff, what can I do to you, do to you to get you out to an 80% fresh? Surely there's something we can do. Ooh woo. I'm a talented man. I've got skills. Surely there's some way I can refrigerate you and boost up that freshness rating. I mostly need a shower, but I want to take one. Man, I took a shower today, and I didn't think... It's been so bad. I forgot when my last shower was. Like, my wife was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go shower. I really need a shower." And I'm like, "All right, I'll just hang out here." And she's like, "Aren't you gonna take one?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" I think I took one, like, recently. Like, with that, like, I don't think I need one. She's like, "I'm pretty sure you took the shower, you know, at the same day that I did." And I was like, "Really?" So I don't know where my head's at, but I don't remember. I don't even remember my last shower. Other than the one today, it was nice. It was fun. It was a fun shower. It was serviceable. Griff, do I need to give you a shower? I'm 3 hours away. But if that'll get your freshness rating up, you know, I'm willing to go over there and do what I need to do. You good? Okay. What about if I use it as a threat? Griff, go shower. I'm going to come over there and I'm going to shower you. No call. It would be funny to, like, threaten people with bathing. Like, if you don't bathe, I'm going to bathe for you. And it's like an adult. Because you can do that with a kid. It's just like, listen, you're going to take a bath, or I'm going to just spray you with a hose or whatever. I'm going to cover you in dish soap and spray you with a hose in the backyard on a tarp. And that's going to be your shower if you don't just go and do it yourself. But to, like, threaten somebody with a sponge bath and they're, like, over 30, that's a pretty funny idea.
What are you crying for, huh? I thought I'd never see you again. Why'd you go back there without saying nothing to me, huh? Well, with tomorrow being your birthday and all, I forgot your lube oil.
You gotta have the lube oil for your birthday. You can't have birthday and forget the lube oil. She did the right thing. It's not a birthday if you don't got the lube.
I went back for it. Oh, Fang Fang. Hey, there's no need for the waterworks here. What do people think, huh, you big old softy?
We've taken a lot of damage this time. The market, it won't recover from this. The sheer fact that we were able to protect the city was lucky enough. But now I'm afraid that luck is running out. Lube, great present, you know. It just eases things along. Oh, is she gonna kill him? Is she gonna kill Sam? Aren't you gonna do it? Who's there? Oh, it's dark, Sam. You're holding that blade pretty tightly. Why not just do it? It's the only way to get your revenge.
Sam.
You won't do it then. Humans are such weak creatures. I said that in a high school like essay once, and it wasn't like a teacher grading. It was like one of the state ones, where they like, I don't know what other places call it, but it was like the FCAT in Florida, and we had to write an essay on. I don't even remember what the prompt was, but it was something about like, what if we couldn't have dogs as pets, or whatever. So in my full edgelord persona, I was like, fucking humans. Humans are so stupid and fickle that if we didn't have dogs, we would just choose something else to be our slave or pet, and we would get over it. And I remember getting the paper back, and and this was like, yeah, it was like a state one, so it wasn't like a teacher who knew me and could have like taken me aside and be like, "What do you mean by this?" It was just a stranger I've never met, and they just circled that section with like red ink and just said "concerning" or something on it. And I was like, "Hell yeah!" Started bragging to all my friends about it. Look, I disturbed this one person. Doesn't that make me cool? And everyone's like, "Yeah, that makes you awesome." As we're all trying to prove to each other and ourselves how atypical we are. Yeah, we probably would domesticate something else, but I didn't have to say it like that. Humans are such fickle creatures. We would surely come up with an alternative. But yeah, that's my story. I loved being a little edgelord. I wasn't very good at. It was weird. I was trying real hard to be an edgelord, but I also had to go to church every day, or every week, multiple times a week, and I still believed in God. So it was tough. It was a tough tightrope to walk, but I like to think I made it work. I was a little weirdo, and then yet still, trying so hard to be a weirdo, and still wouldn't do things that were against my religion. Didn't want to have premarital sex, even when I was being pressured into it. Girls broke up with me because I wouldn't do the sex. So I like, that's a funny origin story.
You're not her. Who are you?
Oh, but I am her. Isn't knowing that enough to spur your hand? No, because you're only human after all. Then there's only one path left. You was the very opposite of that. You were banging everybody, Griff? Are you named Griffin Blade because that's what people called your penis? Or were you breaking up with girls because not everyone? Were you breaking? Or were I'm curious to see how what you were like. It'd be really funny if you were just like, people were just like, Griff, no, you're too sexy. You're insatiable. Not nearly as many as I wish I had, but a handful or so between the high school years. You wish you had more sex? You are insatiable, Griff. My God. You had some girl shit? Ooh. All right, you got the magic D. Good for you. Good for you. And you know what? Good for your wife. Congratulations on your prowess. I had girls chase me because I was in a band. Scratch that. I had a girl chase me because I was in a band. And then I had to not pursue her any further because my Christianity. So that was fun. And I liked her. She seemed nice. This one girl broke up with her boyfriend so she could hook up with me and then got back together with him. I didn't know or realize any of... Jeez. What kind of aura were you giving off, Griff? How did this happen? How are you so notorious? This is lore I did not expect. I barely kissed a girl, and you're over here like breaking people up so they can get into your pants. Jeez. I thought we were the same, Griff. A retired man of serve. Jeez. How did this happen? You know what? This is a personal conversation. You don't have to say anything on here. But I'm going to need next time I see you in person, I'm going to need lots of details. There's only one path left. Esther City. See, I'm not gonna. You say that you not nearly as many as you wanted. Like, it's funny. I've only ever had sex with two people. My wife and then my girlfriend before my wife, and there's a huge part of me that wishes I didn't have sex with my girlfriend before my wife. Like, it wasn't that good. Like, it was good in that, like, somebody touched my penis and it felt really nice, and wow, that's pretty cool. It's like, oh wow, this is what it's like when someone else does it. Geez, this is really cool. But like, the sex itself was never like super intimate, and there was definitely skill issues, but it was never very passionate or like deep, I guess. So having much more open and honest, intimate relationships now, or relationship now, excuse me. It's like, wow, that kind of sucked. Like, in hindsight, I realized how kind of bleh it was. But when I was having it, at least in the beginning, I was like, wow, this is really good. And then I remember when she broke up with me, we banged a couple of times from after she broke up with me till we moved out, because I was living with her. We were living in the same place for a while, which was awkward. And I remember the last time we did it, I was like, I kind of just wanted sex, and then it's better than watching porn. So I remember I told myself, like, if I don't really feel anything after this, I'm definitely not pursuing it anymore, because there was a part of me that still wanted to get back together with her, because I still had feelings for her. At least I thought I did. So when we had the sex the last time, I was like, all right, if I don't feel anything after this, if it's kind of just mechanical, if it's just purely I want, release, then it's over and I'm done. I'm taking a break, and I'll have a relationship when I have a relationship. And yeah, sure enough, after that, I kind of just felt nothing. So I was like, okay, I guess that's good enough. Oh, let me see. There's a lot of stuff going on here. In high school, my aura was 100% big pimp energy. How did you dress? I'm wondering how you dressed. You have many more than that? Early times are awkward, lots of learning. Yeah, there's like, sometimes you wonder, like, oh man, like, what would it be like if I went back with like what I know about myself now and what I know about other people now, and like how would that change? But then I'm like, I also just don't want to do that. Like, why would I want to go back and bang my ex or potentially bang somebody else when it wasn't all that good? And even if I bring in like this new knowledge and skill set that I have now, I don't know. I'd kind of just rather have sex with my wife. Sometimes sex is just sex, and that's okay. Yeah, I definitely agree. But that was like the turning point of like I don't want to be with this person anymore, because there was like after she broke up with me, we still lived together for like 10 months, give or take, and I still like wanted her back. I didn't realize how like unfulfilling our relationship was, but like I still loved her, like, and I was just like, you know what, I want to be together. I want to be together. And then after that, I was like, okay, maybe I don't want to, because I'm not feeling any emotional stuff now. There's like maybe I'm just want to be with her because I think it's what needs to happen. And then I got like a little more self-respect, and I was like, I can just be a person. I don't need to date anybody. I don't need to wait for her. Like that's not doing me any favors. That's not giving me a high opinion of myself if I'm just like, oh, well, I won't do anything. I'll just wait for her to be ready to date me again. And then at some point she said that too, when I said that I wasn't interested anymore. She was like, she was really sad. She was like, oh, I always thought that you'd wait for me. And I was like, that's not very considerate of me or my feelings. Like, why should I wait for you to be ready to date me again? And that was a good turning point, because I took, time off. I did a lot of stuff with school and work. And then I met my wife, and that was like an instant click. And immediately, like, our relationship intimately was so much better. And I was like, wow, this is what it's like when you really, really like somebody. And it's always getting better. But yeah, sometimes sex is just sex. I don't want to mean like everybody if you're out there and you're having sex with somebody, it doesn't have to be like a meaningful relationship, but it's nice if that's what you're looking for. I've definitely had a lot of trailing off periods with exes. I think most people do. But yeah, and it's so weird when you're living with somebody. Like, what if she, like, luckily neither one of us ever brought anybody else home. Because, like, what are you going to do? It was a single bedroom apartment. Like, what the fuck is going to go on? But you still see each other. Like, we still shared a bed, which was awkward enough. And like, it was a lot of time. It was just like, okay, you're kind of just here and you're wearing clothes that are very revealing. And that makes me feel things. And then sure enough, that leads to something else. I dressed like a loser, mostly like skate shop tees and cargo shorts or pants and slacks. Fans usually didn't really find fashion for a while. That seems like a lot of high school guys kind of dress like that, I think. I mean, I'm still trying to learn about my fashion now that I have like money and freedom. There's a lot of mechanisms to figure that out, that you don't want to actually be together. Yeah, I'm thankful that I did get there, and I'm very thankful that meeting my wife was so obvious. Like, oh, this is better. And in like our relationship has grown in a lot of interesting ways, because like one of the things with my ex again was like this religious divide. And I was like, okay, I don't know what am I going to do if I can't, like, I'm supposed to be with somebody that's a Christian. And she wasn't really all that interested with it. And we like broke up on and off multiple times because I was just uncomfortable with that. And finally I was like, okay, I'm just going to do it, because I do like her and I found her attractive. She seemed nice, and she clearly likes me a lot, because she still is interested even after I've, kind of turned her down all these times. Or we've gone out on a date and I've said that I liked her, and then I'm like, sorry, religion, God won't let me. So having my wife, it made a lot of sense. We met through like a Christian dating site, and for us both to have like deconverted now together is really, really funny. Because if, again, I were to transplant myself now, or like my brain now, back into my past self, and I'm like no longer tied down by that guilt, by those mechanisms of control, like how would have my life changed? Like I would have expressed myself differently. I would have pursued different people, or I would have continued to pursue certain people. Different people might have pursued me. And a lot of relationships might have turned out different. I could have, hurt other people. Other people could have still hurt me. Or I could have found somebody else. I'm glad it didn't work out that way because I'm happy with my wife. And if I didn't have her, I wouldn't have my very specific kids. And I like that part a lot. I love those. That's the best part of the life. But it's just a funny thought experiment to be like, wow, this thing that was holding me back is gone now. What would my life been? What would have my life looked like if it was always like that? This is getting weirdly deep. I'm in a weird spot with fashion. I'm like 60 pounds overweight. My body is happiest. It's entirely lifestyle, but hard to find progress and stuff. I'd prefer to dress like an old professor. That's your vibe, but a lot of dress clothes don't fit my body shape properly. Old professor look is really fun and cozy. Like I have a really nice jacket that feels like a professor jacket, and it's super warm, and it's got like that particular, I'm sure you can just like see the weave part of it. And it's like, yeah, hell yeah. And it's like a nice gray color. It's really comfy. I love that. My friend and his wife were that way too, met through Christian things / friends, and both left the church at the same time together. It's happening more and more, and it's weird. Like I was never as Christian as the other people in my church. Like my best friend growing up is a missionary now, and I find that kind of gross now. But like he would, like everybody in church would always say like, oh, God's talking to me. He's telling me to do this. He's telling me to do that. And I never felt any of that except for guilt. I never felt like God told me to do anything. And I was already like a bit of a weirdo. I definitely looked weird growing up. And then my interests were always a little outside the norm for Christian. So I never really got along with a lot of other people. And it was very ostracizing. I always felt like an outcast. But even so, I always tried to live as a Christian and do the things that were, generally expected of me from the faith, even when they made me miserable. I remember after I broke up, or after my girlfriend broke up with me, and when I moved to Jacksonville, like I found a church to go to, and I'm glad I did, because it was like a sense of community that I really needed. And there was like a youth group, and for anybody who doesn't know a lot about church, a youth group, or maybe not like a youth group. At that point, it's just a young adults group, because everyone was at least 20 something. In the young adults group, like in Christianity, you're expected to marry a Christian and kind of start young. You're supposed to find your person pretty quickly. You're probably going to find them in the church, and that's generally the expectation. So the best way to start that lifestyle is to get into the youth or the young adults group and meet people. And it's not like explicitly for dating, but I feel like it's kind of unspoken, where it's just like, yeah, you're going here so all the single young adults are together, and you figure out who likes each other, and you move from there. And in that group in the church, I think all the people were coupled off except for like me, like maybe one other guy and another girl. And I remember I was so scared. And this is the weirdest thing about Christianity. I was scared that God was going to force me into a relationship with this person I didn't find attractive. And it's nothing against her. I want to make that very clear. She seemed nice. She wasn't like super talkative. I don't even know if I ever learned her name. I'd never learned any of her interests, but I assumed, because she and I were basically the only single people, that God was going to force me into a relationship with her. And you make sacrifices for God. And you tell yourself like, oh, well, attraction's not the most important thing. Physical attraction isn't the most important thing. It's what's the inside that matters. And you kind of delude yourself and lie to yourself and say like, yeah, I'm being really shallow when I say that I don't want to date this person. I don't know anything about them. Who cares if you're not physically attracted to them? There's more to a relationship than that. They're a good, godly person. That should be all that matters. And looking back on that, that is like so depressing that you would almost willingly like suffer and put yourself in a relationship where you're not in love with somebody fully and they're not getting what they deserve either. Like, that's so unfair to the other girl. Like, if I were to have pursued that relationship because I thought God wanted me to, that's disgusting. To basically just say, well, I thought God said we were to be together, so that's why we're together. And I hope you don't have a problem with that. I'm in charge of your life now because Christianity says the man's in charge, even though I never really felt that pull. But like, that's so degrading to all parties involved. Like, no, everyone's willing to throw away their happiness because they think that's what the creator of the universe would do. Like, holy shit, why? Ugh. Blech. Blech. So that was a big, like, kind of turning point in my brain for maybe this religion thing isn't so great, because fuck, that's messed up to think that about yourself and to think that about another person and to be willing to say and do that. Sorry, I went on for a long time. Yeah, the jacket and vest and bow tie is such an immaculate. Yeah, it's timeless, baby. It's timeless. My experience with church is atypical and short. My parents grew up having to go to church due to their parents, and they both hated it, so they never made us go. I started going to church for a girl I dated, classic. And when I went all in, 3 choirs, 2 handbell choirs, 2 summer trips. I was baptized and joined the church. Hey, you're baptized. That means if you die and God's real, you get to go to heaven anyways. So congratulations. I'll see you there, because I was also baptized. We broke up 2 or so years later, and I kept going for a bit, but then I just got tired of some of the judgmental people there, and then our minister retired or left. And then I was like, yeah, okay, I'm done. Wow, the fact that you continued going for a little while after that, and that's longer than I expected you to stay. Wow, that's an interesting story. You must have really liked her. That's interesting. Yeah, I was all in too. Like, when growing up, we would go to school, or we would go to church Sundays, Sunday nights, and Wednesdays, and maybe more often than that. But we were going a lot. So, like, when you hear stories of, like, pastors and shit saying, like, people who deconvert and deconstruct their faith, they were never real Christians. I'm like, man, I went to school, I went to church multiple times a week. I was in multiple church bands. I was going early. I was running sound systems. I was running the PowerPoints. Like, I was always working for the church. I was volunteering when I was in high school. I was doing shit. I was playing in the bands. I was, running the back of the house AV stuff. Not running it. I was helping with it. I was playing. I was doing like the Christmas services, so I was volunteering multiple hours outside of school because you can't just learn a whole set of music for like a big Christmas thing all in one night. There's usually a production involved, so you're going multiple times, and it's like to hear someone say like you weren't a real Christian after you've sacrificed so much time and mental health and stuff. It's like, wow, fuck you. She was neurotic and crazy and just had a lot of trauma she had no idea how to deal with. Yeah, well, the church doesn't teach you how to deal with it, so yeah. But she was hot and blonde and fun. What a trifecta. And we were into a ton of the same stuff, both played in band, had a lot of the same friends, had sex constantly. That's pretty Christian somehow. It's really funny how many Christian girls are just down for the sex. Good for you. I'm glad. The idea of real Christian is only exists to preserve the power structures of the church, so that when people start to question it and to walk away and leave, and they express their displeasure or they express like the trauma that's been done, they're just like, well, they weren't real Christians, or the problems they have are with not real Christians, and all these experiences are because they were with the wrong church. But the real church, a real Christian, the real God would never allow such things to happen. Blah, 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 blah. She was only really Christian like in the church. There are a lot of people that believe that's the only place you got to be a Christian. We used to go to church early and park in the school parking lot across the street and have sex in my car before we had to be there for like... Wow. Man, you were having car sex. That's tough to do. Did you have a good car for it? Because car sex is difficult. It's not my favorite type of sex. I'll be very clear about that. I like sex in a bed. Sex on a couch. Sex on the floor is all right if you've got some good cushions, because you don't want to hurt your back. I'm older now. I can't just do things on the floor like I used to. I need cushions. I need support. Volvo 24 and instant. Ooh, the back seat. Yeah. See, the only times I ever had sex in a car was not in like my car that had a spacious back. It was with like a small car that just had a back seat and nothing folded down or anything. It was not comfortable. It was not a comfortable time. It was hot because it was sex, and then it was hot for just like a couple of minutes, and then you're like, wow, this is like really uncomfortable. We're both too long for this, and there's not enough space, and our heads are like up against the door. This isn't... I know we were really excited about it 5 minutes ago, but this kind of sucks now. So yeah, not every car is a banging car. Not every car is built for it. Not every person is built for it too. Some people are just too big. Some people too long, and you can't find the right car. And frankly, I would always just rather be in bed, because then I got blankets, and it's like, oh yeah, okay. It's a lot easier to move positions around. It's like, oh, I want to try something new. And then it's very easy to move around, and people, no one's going to get hurt probably. You can do more in a bed because there's different elevations and stuff. Like people can be on different levels and stuff. It's good. But I became very well practiced in high school just because of the freedom of opportunity. You can't always get to a safe place for it. With us living with parents and all that. Yeah. That's true. You kind of, when you're in high school, I guess if people want to do it and you want to do it too, if you find the places. When I was dating my girlfriend before my wife, it was I was still living with my parents at the time, and that was pretty awkward. So we became well versed in hiding things. I'm going to play a little bit more of the game. I see, so she hasn't woken up yet. Because I feel like I've just been staring at this for a couple minutes. All the people who are watching the Let's Play, what are they going to think? You probably think me a heartless man for not trying to save her. But even were I given the chance to go back, I would still make the same choice. It's what Alva would have wanted. Some of my friends and I had agreements for free use of each other's bathrooms and stuff in case we were out and about and needed a cheese. You know what? That's real friendship right there. I don't know if I would have had that. I'd like to think I would, but I don't think I could have offered that to my friends, because with my parents being so hyper Christian, it'd be like, not only is sex happening in here, it's like somebody else. I gave permission for like other people to have sex in my house. Like, my parents would be furious. They might. I don't know if they'd be more mad at me if I were having sex or if I let somebody else have sex in my house, and like in their house. So awful, the poor market. John, it's good to finally see you. The streamer's been going on about weird sex stuff for a while, but it's good to see you again. Aw, Sam, you're here too. I just wanted to thank you both for yesterday. Let me go, I said. Boss, we found Mung trying to get inside. Should we, let him go? Champing at the bit, are we, Mung? You know you can't start work until the monsters are cleared out. I don't have time for this hunk of baloney. 2 of my guys are still down there. I ain't gonna just sit there and let them get themselves killed. Get back here. That Mung, I tell you, when it comes to those 2, it's like his brain simply stops working. Lee, John and I can go and help. What was your awkward sex experience in high school, Lee? Why do I feel like I'm always asking for you 2 to help? Well, be careful at least. After everything that's happened, we can't afford to lose anything else. I've just started, I've been reading books on introducing like your kids to sex talk and stuff, so that's been fun. Trying to get prepared for that. Trying to make it better than the lack of education that I got. Because basically all I got was, hey, don't do it, and touching yourself is bad, and anybody who and you know, if anybody ever asks that stuff for you, or if anyone wants to have sex with you, they're a bad person, and if you have sex, I'm gonna disown you. You should have plenty of time. I don't know. That you'd be surprised at how much sex talk there is in just most TV shows. So things are coming up just a lot just because of like television that's on. And you know, I'd rather have some answers for them now, at least for like some base mechanics. Like, here, this is just what sex is. And I do want them to have an education where they can tell early, because I don't want them, either one of my kids, getting into a situation where people are trying to take advantage of them because they don't know what's going on. And so many people, especially in the church, because those kids don't have sex education and they don't know what anything is, they're easily manipulated, unfortunately, by people with a huge degree of power and absolutely no accountability. So I want to make sure that my kids know what these things are, so that when they are, hopefully not, but if they were ever presented with a situation like that where someone would try to manipulate them and abuse them, they can immediately see it's like, oh no, wait, I learned about consent. Oh wait, I learned about power dynamics. I learned about like what sex is and what sex isn't, and how someone can, even if they're not, you know, doing sex, how that can still lead to something else, or how someone could still be getting their jollies off. So, like, I want them to know like, soon what's going on. Because the stuff, it's in the culture, and they're fucking freaks all over the place, and I don't want anything to happen to my kids. Good old Christian man. Yeah, that's right. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about sex, and, you know, everything will be fine. Abstinence. Don't even say what sex is. Don't tell them anything about the menstrual cycle. Don't let them know how their own fucking body works. It's disgusting. And it's so funny that they talk about, like, they're all anti-abortion. I'm going to go on a small rant here. They talk so much about anti-abortion. It's like, we want to protect the kids. We want to protect the kids. We don't want, abortion. Blah, 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 blah. It's just like, okay, like, sex education lowers unwanted teenage pregnancy so much. If you lower teenage pregnancy with abstinence, it's not that big of a deal. But if you have the good, like, actual proper sex ed, like, abortion rates go down, unwanted pregnancies go down, sexual STIs and stuff go down. So it is, like, it's clearly not that, because the data shows what the real answer is. It's just a methodology for control and manipulation. I had the first part down, but I added a section, don't talk about it, be about it. It's nothing against you, Griff, that when I say that I did not expect you to be such a prolific player. It's definitely not like to diss you in any way. It's just not what I expected. I assumed because you were a nerd like me that you were also similarly challenged. They don't want to lower teenage pregnancy. Fear creates control. Yep, absolutely. It's all about control. If people going to church didn't fear the doctrine and consequences, they'd have no control or power. 100%. And you can see how much power they had over me. Like, I was willing to do things that were against my best interests, against things I didn't want to do. I would consider doing. I would do things to make myself unhappy. I would feel guilty about thinking things, doing things, wanting things, all to keep an invisible man in the sky happy, and to keep the social dynamic, as it were. Like, I seemed happy, but I was fucking miserable. And I'm very happy I'm out. I'm not under that realm of control anymore. And, like, I'm still fighting it in a lot of ways. I'm still deprogramming and stuff. It's a fucking mess. Help me, please, I'm drowning. You're a sleeper agent? You were sleeping around. You're a sleeping around agent. That's what you are. Help me. What are you doing, huh? Save me, John, Sam. Monk, put your legs on the ground. The water's not that deep. Well, he's a little short, but I guess he's no shorter than Sam is. The water's not that deep. Just look at me. I kept him splashing there for a while. So saved again. My life was flashing before my eyes. Those two, they said they were going treasure hunting. Can you believe it? They must already be deep inside the dam. I'm asking you, John. I swear it's the last thing I'll ever ask you. You gotta save my boys. All right, fine. It's always something with these people. It's always saving their boys. What would happen if I weren't the pro tag? All right, we'll play until I get to, like, a save point or something, because as per usual, I got into a big side conversation. This is why this game's going to take forever to beat. It's because I keep getting sidetracked. Oh, okay, about to die again. Eat the eggs. Oh my god, I had them them separated. Whoopsies. There we go. Get you guys together. You're stronger together. You're better together. Ooh, yay. Mini boss encounter. Oh god, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, just leave her alone. Why are you so skittery? Stop skittering. And then I gotta wait for my energy. I should just be able to throw out energy whenever I. This is I want a power fantasy, damn it. See, in real life, I can't break things like that with a frying pan. That's the power fantasy. I can't knock a mushroom around until little glowy bits come out, but I want to. I'm not going to beat up snails though. Even in a power fantasy, I don't get much out of that. Do I need to like throw a bomb up that way or something? Let's get the floaters. Get your floater. Boink. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. There we go. Back together. Yeah. Nothing that way. Whoa. A tomato. That drill had a tomato. Ooh, geez, this is a big dungeon. Alright, let's keep going. Yeah. There we go. Let's keep moving. Let's moving. Do 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 do. These things are cute. I don't like killing them. They're just like little bird things, and they're skating around. They seem pretty innocent. They're just floating. They're not even like actually attacking me. They're just kind of bouncing around. I feel kind of bad. Is this something I can like activate? No, it's just there to look cool. Put down a bone. I guess it's not that big because we're making. I guess like each little square of this map actually doesn't take up that much space. Ow. Thank you. So we're rescuing those two little dweebs from before, like the same guys that are always in trouble. Ooh, a secret somewhere? A little secret. Okay, we got two ways to go here. We can go down. Oh, is it like a shortcut? No, that's just the way to go. That's progress. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to have to switch over here and like do something with water levels or something maybe. All right, can I? Okay, yeah. It's not as deep as I thought. Can that one reach over to that side? No. Okay. Okay, so maybe now I need to go to the other bomb. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Wrong button. Here we go. Let's grab a bomb. Freeze that thing. Freeze that thing. Look out, look out, look out. Go this way. Nice. Secret. Tokens. Those are for the game that we're not playing. And then... So I need to find a way to get over there. Yeah. Can I go like underneath this little bridge? Nope. So I need to... Hey, what up, Kara? How are you? You missed some pretty great conversations. You missed some great stuff. There was some Griff lore. There was some Teach lore. It was pretty crazy. I'm pretty sure we all cried. It was great. How are you doing? You missed some serious lore drops. It was kind of crazy how much we crammed into one small time. But you can ask Griff. You can ask Griff all about it. I wouldn't lie. Do I need to send like another one like really far away? Okay, it will go to that. I didn't expect it to move that far. The main lore drop was, did you realize that Griff was fucking cool in high school? Did you know that? I know you wouldn't lie because true friends don't lie to each other. That's right. That's right, Rapunzel. Did Rapunzel say that? I feel like that was something Rapunzel said. And you know what? We're not even teasing you. And you know how much Griff and I like to tease you. And just make fun of you about just random stuff. So if the opportunity presented itself, you know we were going to. Ow. Stop. You suck. I hate you. I hate you. Phrasing? Nah. I've never been one. No, I've never been one to care about phrasing. If I cared about phrasing, half the stuff I say wouldn't actually, be accidentally funny. Without phrasing and like purposely saying things in a sexual manner, then what do I have? What do I even have? I'm just a guy. I'm just a fucking loser. Oh well, okay then. That's that. Just played a bunch of Hat in Time and Sonic Racing, so big EP. Oh, I did see that you were playing Hat in Time. I had you on in the background for a little bit there. How is the Sonic Racing? Sonic Racing. Sonic Racing. My rendition's not as good as yours is, of course. But I've got spunk, I've got heart. And maybe even a little bit of gumption. I'm gonna go this way, because the map says the other way is the right way. It was good. Did you do like something with Joker? He's happening right now. Joker's happening. Ooh, heart piece, heart piece, heart piece. Give me the heart piece. Yes. I'm sorry, heart orb. think they're doing like a Yakuza one too at some point. I think I saw a trailer, and Ichiban's going to be in there, which is pretty sweet. Joker Festival ended last week. Oh, did you do anything? Did you do anything Joker pilled? Did you steal anybody's hearts? Did you have a weird relationship with your high school English teacher? Because you should have. That's the most Joker thing you can do. Or having a relationship with your goth doctor. She's the best. Your high school English teacher was an elderly woman? Yeah, that's not my speed either. You lost me at elderly. I'm so upset I'm gonna get old. And not because, like... Am I scared of death? A little bit. But I also just don't like old people. They're kind of gross looking. And, I don't like the way that their mind is gone. I don't want to be a burden. And then old people have to have sex with other old people. Oof. I don't think I'm ready for that. Question. Okay, I'm ready. I need something to keep me awake. My wife and I watched a like a fake ad. No, not a fake ad. It was a real ad, but it was just like just a clip of one for like sex over 40 because we're like, that's funny. And those people were not 40. They were well over 40. And there was like an older lady and an older guy. And my wife and I are like, oh man. Old people are fucking gross, right? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm just very glad I'm not old yet. I'm overthinking on it. Is wearing a shirt with skulls on it inappropriate for a therapist to wear, even if it's Halloween? What kind of skulls are they? Are they like doing a thing? Are they like the screaming skulls? How are they like really, really big skulls? Context needed. Context needed. And it's like if they're your patients, to like they probably know you a little bit. Like do they expect you to, like, they know your humor, where like this is something that you would do? Do any of them have problems with death and such? Ooh, a vending machine. I could use some potions, thank you. They're kind of big, and it's just skulls, no crossbones or anything. You know what? I would ask a therapist. I have 2 regulars, but one of them is an intake, so I've never... Ooh. Yeah, maybe not with that. That seems like it might be a little problematic. Mayhaps a bit problematic. But what do I know? Very little, as we've established many times. Like, I would like to think, like, most of the time it's probably okay, but these people probably, like, I don't mean these people as in, like, a bad thing. Like, people who are... Oh, I died. People going to a therapist might not be in the best headspace for jokes, or for just, like, the fucking culture. I only have 2 Halloween-y shirts, and they both have skulls, but the other one is a crop top. Wear something underneath it. Girl, you need to wear something underneath the crop top, and then it's fun. You should be allowed to have some fucking fun. He's stylized. Then they're gonna come into your office and be like, oh wow, look at how cool she is. She's layering. Layering's huge. People love layering. All right, let's try this yet again. We're just gonna run away a little bit. We're just doing a little bit of running away, just for fun. He's coming right at me. See, I don't like how they can just like appear and then hit me. That sucks. That's not fun. Like he's not even working for it. This is... Ow, see, this sucks. They've taken out so much of my health by just appearing next to me. And then, like, I can run into them. They can just appear where I'm going. And then they disappear before I can do anything. That sucks. They just come up and do a little dash. Go ahead and do that. Let's buy some more fucking potions because apparently I'm using them all. Oh, and then I can do her charge for a little health regen. Gotta remember all the tools in my toolkit. Maybe the running away is what's hurting me. Because I was running into them and then... Okay, I just needed to stand still, apparently. Me moving was the problem. Wow, that was really... I just had to stand still. That was the solution. That felt real... I feel really dumb. And I should, because that was a really simple solution. Oh, finally a save point. Let's cook a couple meals real quick. Let's try to find some new recipes. Okay, we've done that. Cold noodles, we've done that. We want to do something new. Cold noodles. Unknown recipe. Here we go. We want new things. Oh, but our backpack is full. All right, let's down ourselves a little bit of that. There we go. So like egg, that and that. Let's cook that shit. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Ooh, seafood ramen. Nice. Simple and rich, indeed. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it. It's 1:30 and I have to get up early tomorrow to do whatever. Who knows what I'm going to do. School stuff, probably. School for stuff. Stuff for school. Thanks for joining me, guys. Hanging out for the fun game and then for the lore dumps. Big fan of the lore dumps. Big fat lore dumps. Clogging up the drains. Clogging up the plumbing. We're going to have to get... so we're going to have to call somebody in to help with these lore dumps. Someone took some X-Lax lore edition and it just released all over the place. I'm glad you were able to come in as well. It was nice to see you, Carter. I'm glad you took took a break from your busy Sonic Racing schedule to come and say hi. I'm glad I still fit in, because Sonic Racing, that's high pay, that's action packed. Shit's always happening there. People are talking to each other. There's rivalries. There's fucking boobalicious bats. I don't have that. My face isn't even on screen. So how could I compete with a sexy jewel thief? Bat. Boobs the Bat is a baddie. She is. She's awakened a lot of things in a lot of people. Like growing up, seeing Amy, I'm like, that doesn't do anything for me. That doesn't do a damn thing. And then Rouge, walks into the picture and it's like, Maybe this attraction thing is a little more complicated than I thought. And then Lulu from Final Fantasy X pops up, and I'm like, oh no, I think I have a type. And then it just kept going from there. Yeah, thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I'll try to do it again next week. We'll keep going through this game. If you want to suggest what we should play next, at any time, let me know. I think the only thing to consider is I can't seem to get the Elgato to work again yet, so I don't want to promise anything on the Switch that I can't 100% guarantee will happen. So anything on Steam works. I've got an idea of what I might want to play, so I'll open that up to you guys when we get a little closer. But if there's something that you really, really want to see, let me know. And I'll write it in. I'll pencil it in. Thank you so much, guys. I love you so much. I will see you in the Discords, and I will see you next week. Bye. I would say play SFC experience, but yeah, I ain't gonna do that, Cara. I ain't gonna do it. Bye.